Also from the innovation side, because Rand believes in resilience that is led by innovation. So if from the innovations, there were also, even during our meeting, some very interesting ideas coming up in terms of what more can be done within the community. Some other findings from Okello, right? So we had construct buildings with raised high floors. You can see this one was quite high, although there was a reduction after the deliberation, still within the 80s. This is fairly high. We see also sensitizing communities on crop diversification was considered quite high by the community. And again in Okello, as we saw in Bududa, government construction of roads to assist farmers access markets was also considered quite high, right? So when we compare, okay, we've seen what the changes have been. When we look at the top 5 priorities for Bududa and for Okello, okay, so for Bududa we see the number 1, right? Access to markets, so we want better roads. 2, water, right, was the second highest. 3, the sanitation drains for reduction of malaria, the issue of the bridges, and again water. So water definitely is a key factor within the Bududa region. When we look at Okello, in fact it's like the first 2 are a reverse of what we have in Bududa, because in Okello, number 1, clean water. 2, the access to the markets again. 3, we see the issue of crop diversification, desilting of the riverbeds. So this, of course, would be more of a problem in the low-lying areas with the floods. And again, the issue of water. So from this, we can see what the community priorities are going forward. So while that might be one of the things also that we need to look at are some of the barriers to community or policy acceptance. So we do a case study for Bududa, and I'll do another quick one for Okello as well. So in the case of Bududa, right, we have seen, and the slides that Dr. Roy presented, the floods and the landslides, you know, okay, in this case for Bududa, the landslides, that is an issue that we are going to have to deal with going forward. And one of the solutions is tree planting, okay, to avert the occurrence of this. However, we saw that it had some mixed feelings about it. Why? This is the concern, right? The concern was from the community that since forests belong to the government, if the community is encouraged to plant trees, these trees will eventually become a forest. Will they then have to lose their land because now that land is covered by forest, which they were encouraged to plant? All right. Now, having said that, when we were in the meeting in Wednesday, all right, one of the community members did report that they have since been receiving some sensitization on this matter, and they are not so much afraid on this point as they were when we conducted this poll. All right. But this was one of the concerns which was raised in terms of the policy option of promoting tree planting. In the case of Okello, right, this is where we are having the floods. Okay? So in this case, we see that regular desilting is required. Permanent housing is also another solution, and particularly the raised floors. Right? So what were the concerns raised by the community in terms of their ability to meet this requirement? 1, heavy machinery is required for desilting, which the community lacks. Right? And this is why the community does not believe they can be responsible for the desilting process. They believe government needs to step in. On the issue of the housing, and down here, I don't know for the people at the back if you can see it, but this is a mud and water and it has flooded, so basically everything is in there. Okay? The issue was iron bars and cement are required for houses with high floors. Yet these are expensive. This was the feedback from the community. But I'm also happy to report that actually on the Wednesday meeting, I believe it was the district engineer from Okello, he actually shared an example of some of the strategies they're using with the locally available materials to actually raise the platform on which the houses are built, so that even if you have a mud and water house, you will still be having some level of protection. And from the innovation side of resilience, that excites us, because it means that there is a starting point in addressing the issue of housing that will be a bit more flood resistant, even where the community has a concern that things might be expensive. So in concluding, right, number 1 of the key issues was there is a need for wide definition of the land use policy to address some of the concerns that were coming out. Sustainable land management practices, terracing, for example, in the landslide areas, And also, livelihood diversification has come out as one of the key areas so that communities are not depending solely on agriculture. Lastly, of course, the first bit, that is what we have been trying to say all about DP. Community opinions can change. Bottom-up is very key, but from the land management perspective, it's a multi-dimensional problem, and community participation will be required for sustainable development. Thank you.